Have you ever noticed how, as we get older, people start treating health problems like they're just part of aging? Like it's normal to feel tired all the time, normal to be in pain, normal to have one health scare after another? But here's the truth. Many of the most common health risks after 65 aren't just about aging. They're about habits, lifestyle choices, and small things we can control every single day. And that's what we're talking about today. Because while aging is inevitable, suffering through it is not. The key is awareness, knowing the biggest risks so you can take action before they take a toll on your body. Now, some of these might surprise you. Others you might already suspect. But one thing is certain, every single one of these health risks has a solution. So let's dive right in and talk about the first one, which is something that sneaks up on so many people: falls. You might not think of falling as a health risk, but did you know that falls are the leading cause of injury for people over 65? And we're not just talking about minor bruises. Falls lead to broken bones, hip fractures, and hospital stays that can trigger a downward spiral in overall health. The scariest part? Many people don't recover fully after a serious fall. They lose mobility, independence, and confidence. And that's why preventing falls is one of the most important things you can do to protect your health. So how do you do it? It starts with strength and balance. As we age, our muscles naturally weaken, unless we actively work to keep them strong. The good news is, you don't need to hit the gym or do anything extreme. Just a few minutes a day of simple balance exercises can make all the difference. Try standing on one foot while brushing your teeth. Practice getting up from a chair without using your hands. Even something as simple as walking heel to toe for a few steps every day can help improve stability. And let's talk about your home. Small changes, like removing loose rugs, adding grab bars in the bathroom, and making sure your home is well lit, can prevent so many accidents. A lot of falls happen at night, so keep a light within reach of your bed or install motion sensor night lights. And here's something a lot of people don't think about: medications. Some prescriptions cause dizziness, drowsiness, or balance issues. If you ever feel unsteady, talk to your doctor about whether your medications might be a factor. Now, let's move on to the next big health risk, and this one is often called a silent killer because most people don't even know it's happening: heart disease. Your heart works so hard for you every single day. It beats over 100,000 times a day without you even thinking about it. But over time, things like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and poor circulation can start to wear it down. The problem? Most people don't feel symptoms until something serious happens, like a heart attack or stroke. But here's the good news. Your heart is incredibly resilient if you take care of it. And taking care of it doesn't have to be complicated. It comes down to three simple things: movement, food, and stress management. First, let's talk about movement. You don't have to run marathons or lift weights. Just move your body every single day. A simple 20-minute walk can lower blood pressure, improve circulation, and strengthen your heart. And if walking isn't an option for you, chair exercises, stretching, or even light housework can make a difference. Next, food. Your heart loves real, whole foods. Leafy greens, nuts, fish, and healthy fats like olive oil all help keep your arteries clear and your blood pumping smoothly. On the flip side, one of the worst things for your heart: too much salt and processed food. It's sneaky, hiding in canned soups, frozen meals, and even bread. A simple trick: check labels and look for lower sodium options. And finally, stress. Most people don't realize how much stress affects the heart. Chronic stress keeps your body in a constant state of fight or flight, raising blood pressure and increasing inflammation. And while we can't eliminate stress entirely, we can manage it. Deep breathing, listening to music, spending time with loved ones, whatever helps you unwind, make it a daily habit. Now that we've covered falls and heart disease, let's talk about something that affects not just your body, but your mind as well. Now, I know this is a topic a lot of people worry about. Maybe you've noticed you're forgetting names more often, or you walk into a room and can't remember why. And while that's completely normal from time to time, there's a difference between occasional forgetfulness and something more serious, like dementia or Alzheimer's. The truth is, brain health starts long before memory problems show up. What you do today has a huge impact on how sharp your mind stays in the years ahead. And here's the really exciting part. Your brain has the ability to grow new connections at any age. That means it's never too late to start protecting and strengthening it. So, what puts your brain at risk? One of the biggest culprits is lack of mental stimulation. Your brain is like a muscle. If you don't challenge it, it weakens over time. The key to keeping it strong? Keep learning. Read books, play games, do puzzles, or try something completely new, like learning a few words in another language or playing a musical instrument. Even something as simple as taking a different route home or switching up your daily routine can help create new brain pathways. But brain health isn't just about mental exercises. It's also about what you eat. Did you know that certain foods can actually protect your brain? Foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, like salmon, walnuts, and flax seeds, help fight inflammation and keep brain cells healthy. Leafy greens, berries, and even dark chocolate have been shown to boost memory and cognitive function. On the other hand, there are foods that actually increase the risk of dementia, like processed sugars, trans fats, and anything loaded with preservatives. If you're eating a lot of fast food, sugary snacks, or artificial sweeteners, it might be time to start swapping those out for healthier options. Now, here's something a lot of people overlook: social interaction. Loneliness isn't just sad, it's actually dangerous for your brain. Studies have shown that people who are socially active have better memory and slower cognitive decline than those who isolate themselves. So, call a friend, join a club, or even strike up a conversation with a neighbor. Staying connected isn't just good for your heart, it's one of the best things you can do for your brain. Speaking of things that affect both your body and mind, let's talk about another major health risk: osteoporosis and bone loss. Now, you might not think about your bones very often, but they're constantly changing. As we age, bone density naturally decreases. And for some people, it happens so much that bones become fragile and more likely to break. And like falls, a fracture, especially a hip fracture, can have devastating consequences, making recovery long and difficult. The good news? You can slow down bone loss and even strengthen your bones, no matter your age. One of the best ways to do that is weight-bearing exercise. Now, that doesn't mean lifting heavy weights at the gym. Simple things like walking, dancing, or even gardening can help keep bones strong. And of course, nutrition plays a huge role. Calcium and vitamin D are essential. But here's the thing, just taking a calcium supplement isn't enough. Your body needs magnesium and vitamin K to actually absorb that calcium and put it to use. So, make sure you're eating foods like leafy greens, dairy, nuts, and fish to give your bones the full range of nutrients they need. Another important factor: posture. Slouching or spending too much time sitting weakens the spine and can lead to fractures over time. Try to sit up straight, stretch throughout the day, and if you're on the computer or phone a lot, be mindful of how you're holding your neck and shoulders. Now that we've talked about the risks of osteoporosis, let's move on to the final health threat, a risk that many people ignore until it's too late. Now, I know inflammation doesn't sound as scary as a heart attack or a fall, but trust me, this is one of the most dangerous threats to your health as you age. In fact, scientists now call it inflammaging because long-term inflammation is one of the biggest drivers of aging-related diseases, including arthritis, diabetes, heart disease, and even Alzheimer's. But here's the tricky part: chronic inflammation doesn't always come with obvious symptoms. It builds up slowly over time, damaging your cells and weakening your immune system. You might notice constant fatigue, joint pain, brain fog, or digestive issues, but many people don't even realize inflammation is the root cause until they develop a serious condition. So, what's causing all this inflammation? Well, a big part of it comes from what we eat. Processed foods, excess sugar, refined grains, and unhealthy fats all trigger inflammation in the body. And let's not forget about stress. It pumps out cortisol, a hormone that, in high levels over time, wreaks havoc on your immune system and increases inflammation. The good news? Just like inflammation builds up over time, you can also reverse it over time with the right habits. It starts with food. The best way to fight inflammation is to load up on anti-inflammatory foods like leafy greens, colorful vegetables, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish like salmon. Spices like turmeric and ginger are also powerful natural inflammation fighters. And of course, drinking enough water helps flush toxins out of your body. But diet isn't the only factor. Movement is key, too. Even light exercise reduces inflammation levels in the body. You don't need to run marathons. Just getting up, stretching, and walking a little every day can make a huge difference in how your body handles inflammation. And finally, one of the most overlooked ways to reduce inflammation: good sleep. When you don't get enough rest, your body stays in a stressed state, producing more inflammatory chemicals. Creating a relaxing bedtime routine, keeping a cool, dark room, and avoiding screens before bed can help you sleep better and keep inflammation at bay. So, now that we've covered these 5 major health risks, I want you to remember something. You have more control over your health than you think. These risks aren't just a part of aging. They're things you can prevent, slow down, and even reverse with the right habits. And the best part? You don't have to change everything overnight. Just start small. Maybe you swap out a processed snack for something fresh. Maybe you go for a short walk today. Maybe you take a moment to stretch or call a friend. Every single step counts, and the more you do, the stronger and healthier you'll feel. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 5 health risks surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Here's to living your healthiest, happiest life at any age. See you in the next video.